Guys, it's Kayla here with another process video. This time I am using the April kits. This one is centered on the, what am I thinking of? The Jen Hadfield Pebbles collection. This was her second collection. As you can see here, I'm trying to pick which photos work with it. I knew I wanted to work with black and white. I have been printing so many black and white photos, like, I don't know, I find it hard to scrapbook colour photos. Now, I would love to know if that's just me or if that's a common thing. I just find that black and white photos, I can pick whatever collections and whatever I want to do. But yeah, I find it really hard. But anyway, this is the TSK Alice, and I've also mixed in some of the BPK Maud and, knowing me, probably some PLK, which was Darla. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. These papers are not me, I'll be totally honest. I generally don't go towards prints like this. More of a crepe paper type fan, so it was a bit of a challenge to start with, but I'm happy with the end result, and I liked how they came out a little bit softer. As you can see, there was a lot of fluffing around it at the start, trying to pick which photo to use, and I just absolutely loved this photo. It's my son and his two godparents, lovely people and such great mentors for my son, for his life. So I really wanted to make this page special. So I thought I'd keep this in to show you that I really do struggle sometimes to know where to start and what papers to pick, which I think can be a struggle for anyone. So I think in the end I was just like, yep, I'm going to go with this photo, and I knew I wanted to include that pink and sort of a creamish white stripe, and I got my base white cardstock out of my stash, which is something I do for 99% of my layouts. I will use white cardstock some way or another, usually as a majority of my layout. So I did another layout using the kits from the month prior, and this kind of, in a weird way, has a similar design but flipped the other way around. So I did some strips on the side, and I really like that because the way the stripes are facing, it kind of leads your eye into the photo. That's what I feel it does anyway. So I'm just going to stick those down, and this was how I started off my design and working with it. As I said again, these aren't colours and designs I would normally work with, so I had to really push myself outside my comfort zone to really know what to do with the papers. I loved this gold honeycomb specialty paper. Has a gold foil print design on it. That's probably my favourite paper out of the collection, so I knew I wanted to add a little tiny piece of that to add some shine to those edges. So basically what I was trying to do here is create a little cluster of papers and bits and pieces just to make that the sides of the layout interesting. I'm really sorry if you can hear the shower in the background. My housemate's having a shower. I take him to work, so he's a nurse, and I have to drive 40 minutes to take him to work and 40 minutes back, and then again when I pick him up. Kayla's taxi service, but hey, I can't complain. He does a lot. That speaking of housemate, he's actually Elisha's godfather. He's in the picture. So I decided to fussy cut these flowers out of the floral paper. I don't know, I preferred them fussy cut than as a whole piece of paper. It wasn't my favourite floral, so I just decided to use it as an embellishment instead, and that's a good way to get good use out of your floral papers if they're ones that you can cut out. Some of them tend to be a little bit too intense, and I'd be too scared to take some scissors to them. I know there's some absolutely fabulous people out there that can do magic with scissors and fussy cutting, but I tend to like to be relatively quick. I do have some patience when it comes to fussy cutting, but not enough to do super fussy cutting. There's one particular paper that has been my favourite paper of all time, and it was from the Crepe Paper on Trend range. That floral paper from that range I absolutely love, and I have still got, it's years old, and I still have a whole heap of those florals cut out because I love it so much. And I didn't mind sitting there cutting those out because I love them. So I added one of the tags from the Pebbles Jen Hadfield collection. I thought I'd add some journaling to that. And I think the happy might be from my own stash. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't. The happy is a die cut which came with the kit. I'm just thinking it looks very similar to a sticker that I had, and the reason for that is that it's a Heidi Swap die cut, and I'm pretty sure I have it in a sticker in my own stash. But it's cut out of gold glitter paper, and can I tell you, we cut out those happy words, and I had Matt helping, who is Elijah's godfather. He cut them out because I did not have the patience. We cut them out of a thicker gold glitter paper, and it took forever because we had to poke them all out of the little dies, and it just took a very long time. So I thank Matt for having the patience to do that, because I was going into stress mode when you're packing that many kits and you have to make that many of them. It's just, it can get a little bit much. So I added one of the giant paper clips from Maud, the BPK kit. I absolutely love those giant paper clips. They are super awesome, and you will have noticed that in many of my process videos you would have seen quite a few of them being used. I think I'm going to get another couple of packets of those and hoard them forever. They are super fun to work with. So now I'm just sticking things down. As you can see, I did a couple layers behind my photo, some pattern paper and some vellum from my own stash, and I'm adding some foam tape just to mount that up a little bit. And I wanted to have room for that tag to be able to slide in and out of behind the photo, just so I could add some journaling later on. Because I think it's really important, especially with pictures like this that are ones that are very meaningful. My son won't have that many pictures with his godparents together in one picture because they live far apart. So it's important for me to write a little bit about why they're his godparents, and yeah, he can read that later on. So now I'm just using my sewing machine to add some stitching and a little bit of interest down the sides of the layout. I really have loved using my sewing machine lately, and I've had a couple of questions, not particularly on just this channel but also my own personal channel, about my sewing machine. Now I just want to let you know, I did buy this sewing machine very cheaply. It was under $100, and I use it primarily for paper. I do not fabric stitch. I can do sewing, but I don't. I don't have the time or the patience or the willing to do it. I don't know. I prefer working with paper. So this one is used for paper, so I don't worry about blunting my needle or whatever you do when you are a sewer with fabric. You work with fabric, you are a sewer. I don't know what you'd call. But anyway, that's why I bought a cheap sewing machine, so that I could use it just for paper. Oh, someone's messaging me. As usual. Always when I'm doing a video. So now I really wanted to keep this layout fairly simple. I kept most things on the top right side, and that's an unusual placement for me because generally I tend to go to the bottom right or the middle of the page, but it was fun to mix things up a little bit. And I absolutely love these puffy stickers from Jen Hadfield. They are really cute. They're a cute script. I added some of the beautiful hearts and some of the chevron arrows as well. I noticed that in a lot of the collections they're coming out with these matte gold puffy stickers. They seem to be very popular at the moment. I'm using these Amy Tangerine foam word stickers to just write "Good Times" as the title. This particular photo was taken at Easter time, and we had a barbecue with my family. It was super fun, good memories to be had, and we kicked our feet up and had a few drinks and just had a good time. It was a great day, and I love scrapbooking those kind of memories. So I'm just using some of those circle stickers that are also from the Jen Hadfield collection and the circle tag, just to create a little bit of a cluster around that bottom left title. Using my tiny attacher just to control that tag string, otherwise it will go everywhere. Now adding my signature black velvet mist dots. I'm going to be devastated when this bottle runs out. I don't know, it's like my favourite bottle, and if I have to buy a new bottle it just won't be the same. I don't know. I've been through a few bottles of black mist and this is my favourite bottle. Now I'm adding some gems from the Jen Hadfield collection. And just repeated the design on the bottom and the top, and adding some of these Maggie Holmes tiny word stickers. I've broken into this packet and I think it's about all 3/4 gone by now. I'm sure Adele's used probably about 8 packets by now. But we love Adele's tiny word sticker addiction. I'm not sure what I'm trying to glue down in this part of the video. This was actually filmed, I'm trying to think, early May, I think, and I'm only just doing the voiceover for it now because I was away at Nay's wedding and I just didn't get time to edit these videos before I left. And then we all got sick when we got back, so it's taken me a long time to get these videos edited and up on YouTube. So I'm just adding this is going to be the main title, so Good Times it was the subtitle, and it just says Godparents with these Jen Hadfield thickers, which are the imprint white and gold, although they are not white and gold for those that wondered, they are more of a cream. And just a little hint, these stickers, I mean I went to photograph these layouts yesterday, and just a word of warning that you do need to add glue to these stickers, they will fall off your page eventually. Thickers are not known for their great adhesive. The foam ones are fine, but when it comes to the chipboard ones they do fall off. So I just added a tab sticker up the top there, it's not a sticker, sorry, it's a die cut, and added a tiny word sticker to the top. And now I am adding some words with not a tiny word, a roller stamp with some of my black ink. I thought I needed something more black just to tie in that title and those mist dots. I find that when you have a soft page and you've got a little bit of black, you need to repeat the design somewhere else. Otherwise it kind of looks a little bit out of place. So I think this is almost the end of the layout. Thank you so much for watching. And I really hope you enjoyed this process video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!